So now you come to your draw toolbar, you pick up your construction line, ensure your auto mode is on, so you have a perfectly vertical and or horizontal line. Escape, come to your TR, enter, and trim up this, and trim up this, escape. So you can take your line command, L, enter, so you left click here, here you have 6, 5, enter, and then escape, and then L, enter again. Here you also have 6, 0, enter. So it comes this way by 65, and then it goes upward by 60. So now you have, okay, so now this is 60. So you can now escape. So you can zoom it up, and then you can trim up this TR, enter. You can trim up this, can trim up this, and then escape. So you have C, enter. So now this is your midpoint. This triangle is telling you is the midpoint of this horizontal line. So now you have this left, you can left click here and then draw your circle. So now you can move it, move down the circle, M, enter. So left click, right click outside or anywhere. Then now specify, it's asking to specify the base one. Left click here and then drag it downward. So after which, now this is the front view for the vertical cylinder. This is the plan. So you need to draw the front view of the horizontal cylinder and then the plan view as well. So first you take your draw toolbar, construction line. So now you have that. So now the diameter of your horizontal cylinder is 38. So O, enter. We offset by 19, enter. So offset up, offset down. So left click. So you can move it, M, enter. So there will be perfect intersection between the vertical and the horizontal. So you just move it, ensure it is. You can move it. So before moving it, you can remove your auto so that it will not be moving to points described by the auto. You can move it to a convenient place. So now let's move it like that. Okay, let us put it okay somewhere here. So now escape. So trim, TR, enter, and then you can. Now we do not know the length of the horizontal cylinder, so you can choose any convenient length. So let's take this vertically like that. So you can trim this, TR, enter. You can trim this, can trim this, can trim this, and then you can trim. You can trim this, you can trim this, you can trim. You can trim this, you can trim this, you can trim this, you can trim this. So now, what next? You need to draw the plan for your horizontal cylinder. So you can pick your construction line, pick up the horizontal line here. But before that, you can on your object snap again. Left click on this. So now you have this, you have this. So now you can offset upward by 19, downward by 19, since it is the same cylinder, which is horizontal. So you have O, enter. 19 is already there, enter. You have left click upward, left click downward. So you take your line command, L, enter. From here, you take it downward. You can trim, CR, enter. So you trim up this, you trim up, you can trim up this, can trim off this, and then you can trim off that, and then you can trim off this, you trim off this, you trim off this, you can also trim off that. So now after that, you can also remove that, or you trim it off. You trim it off. CR, enter, you trim off this, and trim off this like that. Trim off this, trim off this, trim off that, trim off that. So after which you can tick, you can tick. This is your this is point, okay, no, let's choose point 7. Point 7. So it's not, it now comes to your line width, left click here, delete, then escape. So now we're expected to draw the curve of intersection. First, you need to draw a circle here, center radius, choose your circle. You can see this triangle. The triangle is telling you out the midpoint of the vertical line there. So left click. So now divide your circle into 12 equal parts. Okay, into 12, or let's trim up this TR, enter, left click here. So you divide the semicircle into 6 equal parts. So you come to your polar tracking, left click here, you choose left click on 30. Now you come to draw, and then you choose ray, select the center point. Now, so when you see those dotted green lines, left click here, left click here. When you see those dotted green lines, that is 30-degree angle. Left click here, left click here, like that. Then you trim. CR, enter, trim, 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 and then trim, and then escape. So you can repeat the same process for the plan, or you copy. So in order to copy, you press CO, enter, and then you copy that. So once you've selected what you want to copy, you now right click anywhere. So you now choose left click at the midpoint here, the end point, and then you bring it here, the midpoint here again, you left click like that, and then escape. So you now take your horizontal lines from your construction lines from this point here, horizontal line. You can now copy CO, enter, you copy from here, you copy to this point, 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 copy to this point, to this point, to this point, and then to this point, and then escape. So now you take note of intersection. You also copy. You copy to this point as well. So now you take note of the intersection with this curve. From this intersection with this curve, you draw vertical line. So draw construction line. So let's take this very one. You draw a vertical line, escape, another vertical line, space bar, escape, space bar, another vertical line from the point of intersection with this curve. So this another vertical line, escape, then space bar, left click here, that's another vertical line, and then escape. So now you can trim, CR, enter. So you trim this, you trim this, you trim this, you trim all this, you trim all this, you trim all this. So now once you are done, you trim all this. You can also trim all this. You trim all that. So once you are done with that, you can then locate your curves of intersection. But first, see enter, specify any point. You draw a very little circle. Now you copy the circle. C O enter. Left click on it, right click anywhere on the drawing interface, and then go to the center here, left click here. So now try to locate this point of intersection. So these are your points of intersection. These are your points of intersection. So escape. Now you come to your draw toolbar, pick your spline, your spline, your spline. Left click here. So now left click, 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 and then enter. So now come to match properties, left click here, and then on the spline, left click. So escape. So this is the required curve of intersection. You can delete this, left click on it, delete. Now you come to dimension, linear. The vertical line here is, so this is too small. You come to your dimension, come to your dimension style, left click here, modify, and then you change the text height. Let's change it to say 5. So now, okay, and then close. So you can see it's bigger now. So now you can come to dimension, come to diameter, come to diameter, you have this, and then you have dimension, choose linear. So from here to here is 38. You have 38. So once you are done, you can print. Once you are done, you can print.